It's gonna be a very good weekend of boxing, man. I see it already. I hear a lot of news coming out now about Terrence Crawford though. It's just a lot of different things coming out right now. That's why I don't believe all this call out stuff, man. Dudes be calling people out. I ain't trying to. I don't really entertain that. Yeah, it's crazy now. I'm hearing everybody trying to call out Terrence Crawford. It's getting played out. I honestly think it's getting played out now. I don't really believe in all that stuff that's going on. But I definitely think right now with Rolly, he got to be ready for Saturday. I know they have the weigh-in going on today. I don't know if the weigh-in, what time the weigh-in is. Probably what now? But yeah, Rolly got to get focused today, man. That fight is definitely tomorrow. I know Eastside Cruz look like he in very good shape right now. Doesn't look like he's hurting himself to make weight right now, so he look like he gonna cause Rolly a lot of havoc tomorrow. Rolly look like he in good shape too though. So he's definitely taking this fight serious. That's gonna be a very good fight. It's gonna be tough to say if it's gonna be a clear knockdown in the fight, but I feel like it's gonna be some close calls to where somebody will hit the ground, whether it's with a knockdown, push down. It's gonna be that kind of fight. So I definitely can see that. It's gonna be a lot more action than I probably thought at first. But I can see a lot more action now. Because Rolly's not that much taller than Eastside Cruz. I thought he was like, but Eastside Cruz, he's not that short, especially for 140. Even though Rolly just came from 135 too, so oh, that makes sense. But I don't know, man. Rolly just called out Terrence Crawford. I know Teofimo Lopez, he fights in 3 months. It's kind of funny how all that changed. You know, his fights getting put together same weekend as Rolly's fight. Would have been a lot better if they could have put that fight together. You know, could have seen if Rolly gets the belt first, but I guess Teofimo is looking to make a fight in Miami with or without a big opponent. I guess it all depends. You know, Top Rank is more in charge of that stuff. He doesn't have many fights left, anyways, on Top Rank until his next contract. So we'll find out. But that 140 weight class is starting to. It's a lot of things starting to come together right now. With Matias, it's a lot of 140s fighting in June too. Teofimo, Matias. I would definitely like them to have a fight next, but the zone has a lot of 140s without putting Teofimo in the ring with Matias. They still have a lot of options. It's gonna be a good summer, man. Today is gonna be a very good day of boxing with Oscar Valdez coming up, but tomorrow's gonna be even more. We got a lot more title fights on tomorrow. I think it's 5 title fights coming on tomorrow, so it's gonna be a lot more on the table. I think Tszyu is definitely gonna want to get these guys in the ring. It's crazy with Eastside Cruz right now. I feel like Rolly's definitely gonna try to take advantage of his reach and his height, but Cruz likes to cut off that ring and take angles. It's gonna cause a lot of problems for Rolly. I don't know if he sees that now, but eventually he will see that soon. Eastside Cruz caused a lot of problems when he going in at angles. Yeah, that's something for sure. I know. Yeah, he definitely does a lot of angles. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people understand that though. It's not gonna be an easy fight for both of these guys. I can't believe the situation with that's why I'm not gonna really talk about it much. I'm just acknowledging it right now, but all these guys starting to call out Crawford, even what Rolly did it today. It's kind of getting out of hand at this point. Fight somebody else, man. I'm starting to not believe anybody who says that now. Yeah, I don't know. There's different things going on right now in boxing, but these fights are gonna basically let us know what level everyone's on after this weekend. I know a lot of people got a lot of questions right now about Rolly and Eastside Cruz, Tszyu, Fandora. We're definitely gonna find out what level these guys on. There's gonna be some fights that one of these fights gonna be an upset. I definitely can see it. The way things starting to line up, it's a lot of shuffling going on. Even though the Tszyu and Fandora fight was put together late, that Rolly and Eastside Cruz fight, it hasn't been around for a very long time either, as far as in the making. It wasn't something they were thinking about, so that's a fairly new fight too. So it can go either way, but there's gonna be a lot of action in that fight. That's the good thing about it. I feel like this might be one of the best weekends of boxing we've seen in years because we got fights today, tomorrow, Sunday. It's gonna be a lot of fights coming on. I think Top Rank, they're gonna have a lot of young guys competing tonight, but Saturday, that's when the title fight starting to kick in. I don't know what the decision is gonna be for these guys after they win Saturday, but it's gonna put them in the driver's seat right now. All the 140s basically have a fight now. Um, Eastside Cruz like I said, he can basically fight a guy. He can fight anybody he wants to from 35 to 140 if he wins the title. So I feel like bigger fights will happen if Eastside Cruz gets the belt, just because Rolly hasn't been as active. Eastside Cruz, he's been a little more active. I think he's fought better opponents too. Yeah, I think he's fought better opponents so far. So I definitely like to see him get Eastside Cruz get the belt. Kind of keep things going. It's gonna be hard to see him taking an L, but you know anything can happen. Rolly does have a right hand. He has a very strong right hand. I'm pretty sure Eastside Cruz knows that. Eastside Cruz has a chin, but that doesn't mean a lot of things. But when it comes to a guy like Rolly, yeah, he definitely has a lot of power, so that matters. Rolly doesn't punch a lot though, not as much as Eastside Cruz is. You know what I'm saying? So he opens himself out. He opens himself up a lot. So that's gonna cause some problems. I don't know who his new trainer is or anything like that. I haven't really looked into that so far. Haven't heard anybody talk about that either. So I don't know. I would like to know who his new trainer is though. But I feel like right now he's basically as good as he's gonna be. Not overall, but at this point, can't change much in a couple of months. So it's definitely gonna be a fight where a lot of these guys gotta, it's been a lot of talking going on as far as what level everybody's on, and it's a lot of people been saying guys been ducking them. So these next couple of months, we're gonna find out, have guys really been ducking these fighters? It's gonna be a long list of guys. It's gonna be somebody. I'm telling you, everybody's not getting ducked, so it's gonna show a lot of that. That's why I don't like to yell that kind of stuff when dudes say somebody's ducking, because one bad performance, it could change all that. You know what I'm saying? Or upset in boxing. I definitely think it's gonna be an upset this weekend. I just don't know which one. I don't know which one yet, but it's a possibility. It's a lot of guys this weekend that gotta rely on the right hand. If they don't get a knockdown, like I don't know. As far as with the Fundora fight, I feel like Fundora most of the time he out punches the guys. He's not a super fast puncher, but most of the time he out punches the guys he's in the ring with. So it's gonna be some good matchups. And Eastside Cruz as well. It's almost the same, a guy who likes to counter and has a big right hand. Rolly basically can knock a guy out. So it's the same way with Eastside Cruz. That's why these fights are so good. We know these guys gonna get in the ring and let their hands go. Just don't know which way it's gonna go. But I feel like the height and the height's not gonna be a problem for either fighter though. I feel like Eastside Cruz, he's a short guy, but he knows how to cut up the ring. That's not gonna be a problem for him. Cutting out the ring, that's gonna be something that's second nature. I'm just wondering what's gonna happen when Rolly lands a right hand. If he walked through a couple of punches, Rolly might get a little worried. He might struggle a little bit, so we gotta see. His stamina might be bad too. I don't know how good his stamina is. In the last couple of fights, I feel like his stamina been good, but we can see he never had bad stamina, so I'm not gonna say that. But I feel like Cruz can go a full 12 rounds, so I don't know if Rolly got enough punches for 12 rounds. It's a few right hands in there, but after a while, you can't really counter just with just a big punch. And I've seen him outboxed a few times, so. And I feel like Cruz a little bit. He's a better boxer than what people realize. I know he comes forward, and yeah, but he's a better boxer than people realize. He definitely knows what kind of boxers he's in the ring with. When he gets in the ring with Rolly, he's gonna know what kind of fighter he is. So he's not gonna spend 3 or 4 rounds trying to figure him out. That's what Cruz did in the Tank fight. He knew what he was dealing with in the with Tank. If he can handle Tank's power for a couple of rounds, I definitely think he can make something happen. Oh yeah, it's just a because all these fights are title fights. There's so many title fights on this card. That's the reason. That's the only reason, because all these fights are title fights. I thought about that too. I was like, why they ain't put that on there? But yeah, all these fights title fights, so they're not gonna put that on there. Now I don't know if they're gonna show the fight. That's the thing that I don't know. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. These next couple of weeks gonna be crazy. We're gonna definitely keep a storyline going over that stuff, over these upsets and the changes it can make. But yeah, that's a good point right there. That's kind of where I'm going with what I'm saying. If they can get an upset, even today, you know, if Liam Wilson can go in there and kind of get an upset against Oscar Valdez, but tomorrow's, you got a lot of upsets that can happen. Even with Mendoza, if Mendoza goes in there and do something, he might end up fighting a guy like Lubin or something next. I don't know. So it's a lot of options at 54 for PBC. So we're gonna see. That weight class definitely starting to get a lot of action going on. Yeah, me too. Oh yeah, it's gonna be an upset. Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be an upset. Oh, you talking about like a clear cut just win? Uh Bitterbeer. I mean, that's far. I mean, yeah, I expect the upset to before the end. What kind of upset you mean? Like somebody like Loma or Canelo or something like that? I don't know about those. It's gonna be a lot of fights though. If people look at how many fights is lined up to that Bitterbeer fight, you kind of right though. I definitely see something happening. At least a bad performance where somebody struggles. I'm talking about a bad fight where it's like a split decision or something. These guys getting older. A lot of these guys only fought one time last year, so it's definitely gonna be somebody that comes out looking rusty. We just don't know who. I think Rolly, he fought what, a year ago, so he's gonna be rusty as well. It's gonna be a lot of guys they're gonna have to get get it in gear in a couple of rounds. Yeah, but I think this weekend it's gonna be some good fights coming on. That PBC card is a lot better than what people realize. I think that Elijah Garcia, Kyron Davis fight gonna be good. That Martinez versus Cardova fight, I think that's like flyweight championship. I think that's gonna be a good fight. Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't see. I know you didn't put Cambosos up there, so I don't see Cambosos doing nothing against Loma. I feel like Loma gonna get this one. So yeah, I know why you didn't put that one up there. Um, yeah, that Neri Inoue fight, both of those in May. I don't think Neri gonna do nothing with Inoue. I'm trying to figure out if he's missing anybody. I don't know. We got a couple more fights still between now and then. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, Tank got to get a KO. I ain't saying he got to get a KO, but you know what I mean. Because in my mind, just me personally, I don't feel like he's gonna be throwing that many punches to the point where he's just out there. You know what I'm saying? If Tank just start throwing a whole bunch of punches, he'll look like Manny Pacquiao or something. So that'll be something new. Maybe he will do that. I would definitely like to see that side of him. He can definitely do it, but hey, maybe he will do that. I'm definitely expecting him to do something crazy. He know what type of fight it is. So Frank Martin goes out there and throws a lot of punches. That whole card stacked though. I don't know. It's gonna be a big surprise, man. We gotta see. We definitely gotta see. If something crazy happened this weekend, man, that's gonna change everything about these fights we're talking about. Yeah. I knew that was gonna happen. To be honest with you, I was expecting something like this, but it might be a little worse than what I thought. Not gonna lie to you. Might be a little worse than what I thought. Yeah, I know, but I don't see that happening for real. Ah, well, hold on. Let me not be wrong. Unless it's a mandatory or something. But I know TFMO got a mandatory coming up, so he can do whatever he need to this fight because the next fight. But these guys might go to 47 or something. I ain't gonna lie. I'm making a prediction. TFMO might go to 47 after this. If he don't fight his mandatory. I don't think he's gonna fight his mandatory. But might be wrong, but we'll see. I think it's mandatory Barbosa, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong about that, but I'm not sure. I think it's Barbosa. Yeah. He didn't so much call him out. He just let it be known that he was fighting him. I mean, he already said he was gonna fight him. They both at the zone. I know what time it is. Everybody else don't know what time it is. I don't know why they think Devin Haney just a punk or something like that. They just think they just think he's weak or something. I don't know. I don't know who he got to fight to prove himself, but yeah, he definitely will fight him. He'll definitely fight him. If this was 2010, Devin Haney would have sparred him yesterday. But he don't do sparring no more, so he in the ring with it. Yeah, I don't know what everybody understand. I don't know where they getting to that point with. I think he needs some more trainers in there with him. His dad need to bring some more trainers in. That's something everybody don't want to talk about. I guess they don't want to see him get better. But his dad need to have some more eyes in there. I mean, Mungia doing it. It works for a lot of people. I feel like Fimo didn't been in enough gyms to where he can have another trainer come in and help him. But to be doing the same thing, because they don't know what the problem is right now. You know what I'm saying? He was jabbing a lot. He didn't like getting jabbed. He didn't like jabbing no more because he got caught. Now the last fight, he didn't want to throw a jab. So they got a lot of issues over there right now. Yeah, he want to fight TFM. Devin Haney been calling out TFMO for man 5 or 6 years now. It might be 6 years. Devin Haney been calling out TFMO. Yeah, he been calling him out for 6 years. Face offs, the zone interviews. I think they did an interview together, didn't they? Didn't they interview together or something like that? Yeah, they've been building this up. Yeah, Devin Haney tried to fight Teofimo and Rolly Romero before Tank jumped in the ring with Rolly. Matias just a new guy that Devin Haney trying to go after. I don't know. I think that dude. I don't know. That dude Ja Apatow. If he go up the heavyweight, he gonna be a problem. I don't know, man. I don't think he gonna try to put on weight like that, but he might be able to go to heavyweight and cause some problems. They got to cover the cruiserweights. I know Zordo trying to go to heavyweight, so he don't got no superpower, but he'll be something different than what we got already. Yeah, I'm looking for him, and they got a lot of heavyweights they trying to do something with right now. Yeah. You crazy. I know what you're talking about though. I mean, that already happens a couple of times. Yeah, I don't know if y'all was here. I was calling that fight. That was like one of the first lives I did. I was on that Joshua Busse fight when he was fighting man, I forgot the guy's name. Yeah, that fight when Ben Whitaker was fighting. Yeah, I was calling that fight. Oh, you talking about Wardley? You talking about Fabio Wardley? Yeah, I know all these guys, man. I know all these UK guys. Yeah, Fabio Wardley. Yeah, I know who that is. I'm sitting here trying to figure out if he gonna win this weekend anyways. I don't even know. Who you got? Hey, who you got in that fight? I need some info. I was leaning toward Clark, but I don't know. No, Wilder is not a journeyman. Stop it. Hey, Wilder is not a journeyman. Come on, man. We talking like the heavyweight division is at that level. Who, Joe Joyce? I mean, he just looked slow. You know what I'm saying? I think Ali just made it look worse than what it really was. That's all it was. I think that's what it was. I'm gonna give him a chance. He did look slow. You know what I'm saying? He's super huge. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. These guys look like they put on weight, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Him and John, I don't know what they did after that last fight. They look like they was husky after this last fight, man. I don't like the weight they put on. Both of those guys look slow. I think Ali made it look worse though. You know, he's a skinny guy. Yeah, that was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to figure out how good that guy was that Ben was fighting. You know, Ben, bro, Wilder's not a journeyman, man. I've been watching boxing too long for people to just throw around the word journeyman. Let me explain to you what a journeyman is. A journeyman is a guy like Chisora who goes 10 fights, but he's still respectable though. A journeyman is not a bum because I know Chisora got like 50 losses. But after he got in the ring with after Usyk got in the ring with Chisora, everybody was like, "Yeah, Usyk, man, Anthony Joshua knock out Usyk," and then Usyk win the ring and beat up Anthony Joshua. So a journeyman is a very good fighter, But Wilder is better than a journeyman. Journeyman don't sell pay-per-views on their own. Sorry to tell you. It's not a journeyman. You can't sell a pay-per-view on your own to be a journeyman. And you can't be the best name on Tyson Fury's resume and be a journeyman. And Wilder's a journeyman, that means Tyson Fury is a bum. You do know that, right? Because Tyson Fury don't got nobody on his resume that's decent. That's an easy conversation for me to have. I actually know boxing. Tyson Fury don't got nobody on his resume that'll move the needle. Tell me somebody that on Tyson Fury's resume that's better than Deontay Wilder. I'll wait. And I don't have all day. So I can proceed with my boxing knowledge. While I'm waiting on the answer to that question, yeah, I think that the fight this weekend will actually be very good. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Tim Tszyu, he has a lot of things on the table right now that he can actually bring. You know, he's a very good talent right now, but Fedor, he's something different right now. I don't know if Tim Tszyu is ready to go in there and throw with a guy like Fedor, because Fedor, he throws a lot of uppercuts. And I was watching the fight recently with Tim Tszyu. He doesn't like guys who throw punches just down the line straight multiple times on the chin and different things like that. He doesn't like the punches in his face multiple times. If he does, that kind of makes him struggle, and he likes to kind of work his way in, because he doesn't really go in and just throw the jab or throw punches. He wait until somebody else throws punches, and then he'll counter, even though he walks forward a lot of times. You know, Canelo does that, but he kind of throws the jab a lot of times. So that works well throughout the fight. But I think that Fedor has a very good chance in this fight, though. He just got to let his hands go. That's all he has to do. If he let his hands go and keep the pressure on Tim Tszyu, then he'll be able to do something. Because Tim Tszyu, he's a guy who's comfortable when he's in your space, leaning on you in your face. He doesn't like to really be moving around and jumping from side to side. And, you know, he does a lot of things that where he can bring a lot of different things to the table. He's not just, even though he doesn't jab a lot, I feel like Fedor needs to jab a lot more. That's one thing he kind of cheats himself on. Even though he's a tall guy, it's obvious, like, yeah, you're a tall guy. But I feel like he still has enough power in his punches to where he can hurt a guy with a jab. You know what I'm saying? Just from a guy kind of running into the punches, especially like Tim Tszyu. Why would you use all your energy trying to wind up for a punch when you can have Tim Tszyu just walk into a shot? You always use it. If I was Fedor, I would kind of do that. Save my energy. Then later in the rounds, I know I got high punch output. Let me kind of use my energy and everything towards the end of each round, kind of steal rounds. Then towards the end of the fight, you still got rounds where you can kind of steal. So he does an excellent job. Probably Fedor. Honestly, probably Fedor, because he's been fighting guys like Tim Tszyu size all his life. If you just gotta be honest about it, probably Fedor. That don't mean he gonna win, but yeah, he's been fighting guys that size all his life. It might look weird to us, but he's used to fighting guys that size, so he definitely has an advantage. He seems calm right now. I'll find out a lot more today. as far as his demeanor, but he comes from a fighting family, so he's not a guy who's gonna be rah rah jumping around. But when he gets in the ring, it's gonna be a problem. He's definitely gonna be a problem. This is gonna be a very close fight, man. I feel like this fight's gonna be actually closer than what a Keith Thurman fight would have been, just because Fundora has a higher punch output and his punches hurt, do damage. I mean, the same Fundora, as far as the face and just overall, the beating he put on Mendoza early on, it was a lot worse than what Tszyu actually did early on. Even though Tszyu later in the rounds, he made Mendoza quit, but he didn't make him quit like overall. But as far as trying, yeah, he made him quit trying. But I feel like Fundora, he's equally a threat, honestly. Even though this is not a fight I was thinking of. This wasn't a fight I was thinking of happening, but overall, when I think about it and I look at it, yeah, Fundora has a chance. Tszyu says he's going out there because a lot of reporters question that he doesn't have one punch knockout power, which is something I said too, as far as overall going out there just knocking the guy out with one shot. But he said in this fight it's gonna be something different. I guess he's going out there looking to throw a big overhand right or something like that, because from what I've heard, he had got some advice from Brian Mendoza as far as how to defeat Fundora. So I guess he's gonna try to go out there and throw that big right hand. I've seen Fundora get caught in a couple of fights, but the Mendoza fight was kind of different because he kind of walked in that shot and it was right on the money. I seen him get caught on the chin, but I've seen him bounce back from it too. So I don't know. No, he's not. He got to win a fight. A, a guy has to win a fight to be a journeyman. But yeah, Rolly, he's gonna have a good opportunity as well because he brings a lot of different things to the fight, man. He's gonna have it to where he's gonna let his hands fly. That's one thing about him. Even if he's not as talented, he's not that good as far as to some people. He's gonna let his hands fly. He's gonna give himself a chance to actually win the fight. That's why this fight is actually entertaining as well. If he let his hands go in this fight and Eastside Cruz walk into something, he can knock him out. But Eastside Cruz also is used to taking shots from guys who have a big right hand. You know what I'm saying? Like Eastside Cruz said, I inspired guys like him all the time. Guys who got a big right hand, throw a lot of punches. That's what I'm used to. He basically was saying it's gonna be sparring to me. And from what I've seen, Eastside Cruz prefer a guy to actually go back and exchange with him. He'll rather you fight like that than to actually sit back and dissect what he's doing. He doesn't really prefer that style. But this style right here, yeah, he likes this. Yeah, he's definitely getting in shape to go 12 rounds. Yeah, this gonna be that type of fight. I feel like Rolly gonna have to get the knockout in this fight. I don't feel like he's at the point right now where he can go in there and box. He can go in there and box, but I don't feel like overall he'll be consistent enough to stick to a strategy because he hasn't done it yet. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm Rolly not getting up from the tank punch. That was another problem for me too. Like I know everybody said he was knocked out and stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was knocked out, but at the same time, like I said, his footwork ain't on the same level as Eastside Cruz. Yeah, we trying to see action. That's what I'm trying to see. I'm just trying to see competition. I'm trying to see the best fight the best. That's all I really want to see. I know with Eastside Cruz getting the belt, he's gonna try to fight the best. He hasn't fought any guys that they'll have a mandatory to fight anyways. Someone will have to fight a mandatory. So at this point, I'd rather see Eastside Cruz fight. I know he already has history. If he doesn't, and then I'm hearing guys yell out a rematch with Tank and stuff like that. I mean, if it's not a rematch with him, everybody else got knocked down. So I'm not trying to see any rematches. So yeah, I'd rather see him get the belt. Yeah, Rolly does punch hard. Everybody know he punch hard. Yeah, he absolutely punches hard. Yeah, he does. He gives up a lot of rounds too, though. He definitely punches hard. I don't know if he's gonna be able to steal this fight. I mean, he definitely boxes well when he can exchange with a guy in the middle of the ring. But as far as when he's moving around and stuff like that, he gets caught a lot. Oh no, they ain't gotta call out nobody. I think they're gonna have a mandatory after this fight, but they'll be able to fight somebody soon. What is March? They might fight in the summer, then fight again in the fall. So it's a possibility he can fight somebody. It would only make sense. I don't know. I think Gary Russell is in that ranking, so he might end up fighting one of these guys soon, one day in that weight class. Oh, I forgot about that. Bet at 35K. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, but it's gonna be a long shot. Rolly's not the favorite in this fight. Let's not get it mixed up. Nah, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. It's a lot of dudes from Mayweather Gym that got beat up. And Tank ain't even from Mayweather Gym. He just showed up there one day. Shoot, he was already basically pro by the time he got to Mayweather Gym. Yeah, they ain't got nobody coming out of Mayweather Gym. I think the best thing they had coming out of there was Rolly. I was following Rolly before he was pro. So I know how Rolly is better than everybody do. I've been looking at Rolly for years. So he's very limited. I mean, he trained there, but he ain't come out of Mayweather Gym. If you want to say somebody came out of Mayweather Gym, it's like Devin Haney, Rolly. Those are the guys who came out of Mayweather Gym. Not guys who train there now and they throw a TMT hat on. No, that's two different things. What's up, Fonzo? What's going on, Fonzo? No, Tank came out of Adrian Brunner Gym. That's what he came out of. He ain't come out of no Mayweather Gym. Better go Google that, homie. What's going on, Fonzo? You good? Shout out to Alfonso, man. I ain't seen my dog in a minute. Nah, Rolly is a young fighter. Rolly is, bro. And let me tell you something. You just exposed yourself too. Let me tell you why. And I ain't talking to you, Alfonso. I'm talking to Glory. Glory, you just exposed yourself. I'm sorry I gotta do this to you, but I'm about to expose you real quick. So you said Wilder is a journeyman, right? You said Wilder a journeyman. Then you said Wilder is the best fighter on Tyson Fury's resume, which kills everything you just said. Then you turn around and says, Rolly has a good chance because he trained in Mayweather gym. Bro, do you know that Rolly has less skill than Deontay Wilder? Bro, do you know if Deontay Wilder was at 140, he would have knocked out half of them guys Rolly ain't knocked out? And he started training around the same age Rolly did. We got to understand what's really going on. And Rolly in his 20s. He ain't no 35, 38-year-old man. It's a young dude. Bro, Rolly ain't started training till he was like out of high school, man, for real. Come on, man. Quit talking about Rolly like he that guy, bro. I've been watching Rolly way longer than you have. 5 times. However many years you've been watching Rolly, you can put 5 times 5 that. That's how long I've been watching Rolly. Come on, man. I don't like when people do that. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. In my eyes, I feel like he'll be able to. At this time, right now, I feel like Wilder ain't got no choice. He gonna go out there and land on right hand. To be honest with you, I feel like John, he gets so tired. That last fight, John got so tired. I feel like all Wilder gotta do is last a couple of rounds and land that right hand. Yeah, John got a lot of weight. Like Tyson Fury, you know, he got a lot of weight on him. But he's out of shape though. He doesn't move around like Tyson Fury. And if we look at both what Joseph Parker did to Wilder and to John, I already told everybody what Joseph Parker was gonna do. He was gonna land the right hand. He was gonna put his chest on. He was gonna put his head towards your chest, throw the overhand right, wear you down for a couple of rounds, and make you look bad. If you think about it, bro, that's the worst, bro. If you think about it, all the fights that Joseph Parker fights somebody, they look the worst they ever look. They look terrible. You know what I'm saying? Every fight, when Joseph Parker fought AJ, he looked horrible, man. Well, AJ looked horrible. Everybody thought AJ was gonna knock out Joseph Parker. I was like, nah. And then when Andrew Ruiz fought Joseph Parker, he looked bad against him. I feel like Wilder would have actually been able to knock out Joseph Parker, but when you ain't fought that long and you swinging at the wind and you can't land your right hand because you ain't been in the gym, you know, he ain't gonna want to take no tune-ups and nothing like that. But yeah, he should have took tune-ups, but to get your timing down. But at the end of the day, it's kind of hard though, because fans is like, well, he ducking it. If you don't take the hard fights, they're gonna say you ducking. If you take a tune-up because you've been out for a long time, they gonna say that's a red flag. They ain't gonna like that. So it's hard to really pick the best fight. You know, Wilder trying to fight the best and learn at the same time. You know, that's all he been. People say, well, he ain't the best. Well, been fighting the best and trying to learn at the same time. It's kind of hard to do that. Like right now, I don't see everybody got high expectations for Rolly. They don't want Rolly to fight the best. I don't be hearing nobody say, yeah, I want to see Rolly fight the best. They don't got high expectations for these other guys who supposed to be in pro or in boxing since they were 2 years old, but can't cut off the ring. Then when I bring it up, I ain't gonna say the fighter's name, but when they can't cut off the ring, everybody don't bring that up. They don't want to talk about that, but they'll talk about how Wilder can't box enough. But he trying to fight the best though. And then I just heard a couple of months ago, people been saying he was ducking John. I can't even bring up that. Now he's ducking the Chinese guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. What's going on? For real? Like Boston fans, like I don't even really want to talk to these guys. They'll say he ducking the Chinese boxer now. Come on, man. It's only one Chinese boxer at the elite level, and they saying that's the one that Wilder ducking. Come on, bro. I can't take these folks serious. They don't know boxing for real, so they just yell out allegations. That's what everybody do. I've heard it now. People don't want to talk about what goes on inside the ring. They'll be like, "Is he ducking or not?" Oh, okay. Are you watching boxing or are you just reporting boxing? If you're gonna report it right. They talking about Wilder ducking somebody. Then we just had this dude Glory come in here talking about some Wilder as a journeyman, and he the best name on Tyson Fury's resume. You know what I'm saying? Like, people really don't. They think I don't know boxing because I don't know. They think I don't know boxing. Like I said, whoever your favorite boxer is or who you think he is, I've been watching him longer than you have. So all these Tyson Furies, that's why people don't talk about Tyson Fury, all this stuff on my channel. These UK guys know. Trust me, they know already. They done been on the channel already. That's why they ain't coming in the comments saying nothing crazy. They already know. They already know. I really be taking it easy on them, because if I wanted to really expose all these the heavyweight division right now, I'll sit up here and say right now that the best win that the heavyweight division got right now is against MMA fighters. So whoever want to brag about that, you're helping kill boxing. So thanks for bragging about MMA fighters while we trying to put together real fights. Yeah, but at the same time, though, Crawford get too much attention. To be honest with you, the attention Crawford get and the attention Spence get, I already put that video out recently. I seen some disgusting stuff yesterday. I seen everybody talking about some Crawford don't deserve this, and Spence need to go ahead and fight Tszyu, and Crawford don't deserve a rematch, and he don't deserve a fight with Tszyu. You know, it's a lot of game banging going on in boxing. It's kind of lame. Like, dudes really losing money. You know what I'm saying? They can be yelling behind Spence all you want. You lost. Like, dudes was quiet in September when they lost all their money. They lost all their back to school money. But now it's not even about the boxing no more, though. The fans are scared of Crawford. Not even the fighters. The fans are terrified. The fans are terrified. And then dudes keep bringing up, man, I'm telling you this. Hey, Fonzo, I'm telling you this today, bro. If another dude tell me about a fighter that Crawford is ducking that's been dropped before, I'm gonna expose him so bad. They won't ever bring none of them boxers. I don't care if it's my favorite fighter. Don't bring up no dude name who been dropped before talking about Crawford is ducking him. I don't want to hear about none of that, bro. I'm tired of hearing about that in boxing. I've been quiet too. I ain't really been exposing nothing lately. I ain't made no exposing videos. I just been sitting here reporting the news. Man, don't tell me about no Tszyu and nobody else. Crawford being ducked by none of these guys, man. They going 12 rounds with prospects and stuff like that. Please don't bring up these dudes' names no more around Crawford. Please don't. I don't care who it is. Do not bring up nobody's name around Crawford no more. Not Tszyu, who's finna fight a guy with 8 losses. Quit bringing his name up. I heard somebody just report Rolly talking about he want to fight Crawford. I'm not posting that video up. I'm not doing that. I don't want no views that bad. Quit bringing up Crawford's name around these prospects. I'm tired of people mentioning Crawford's name with prospects. Please. In my Canelo voice, please, guys. Don't do this to me. It's getting sad, man. Like, dudes mentioning Crawford's name with just anybody. These dudes trying to get promo like, yeah, I'll fight him. Come on, man. Just fight the best in your division. Can you fight a top 5? Finna fight a guy with 8 losses. Talking about you finna move up. Man, I'm so tired of hearing about that stuff in boxing, man. Guys, the ducking stuff, it's a fairy tale in boxing. These dudes ain't that good. Who are y'all paying $100 to watch that's being ducked like this? What guy's being ducked to the point where I need to spend? Hold on, man. Like, what pay-per-views are being made to these guys who getting ducked like this? Like, boxing's starting to turn into a comic book, man. Like, these dudes talking about they being ducked. Don't even have a good highlight tape. Like, bro, come on, man. You got kids still watching Mike Tyson highlights. They're not watching these guys. Come on, man. If somebody wants to see a guy fight Mike Tyson style, they're just gonna watch Mike Tyson. I don't know why they keep mentioning Terrence Crawford's name. Just with prospects and just guys who ain't did nothing. That's not proven. I'm just being real. It's funny how Terrence Crawford, he got to go through everything to kind of get a simple fight with Spence. It took Terrence Crawford got to fight 50 guys to get a fight with Spence. But as soon as that fight's over with, everybody's like, yeah, well, like, bro, they just keep raising the bar so high every time. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's becoming so WWE that even The Rock went back to WWE. He said, man, everything WWE now. I might as well go back to work. These guys love WWE. Look how they talk on Twitter. It's a fairy tale to these guys. I want to thank all y'all fans for helping bring The Rock back to WWE, because he's seen the way people been talking lately about sports. And all of us sound like WWE. So he said, yeah, forget these movies. It's WWE talk they doing. That pays more. Oh, no, I'm just letting you know, like, to say somebody's a journeyman, if you're a boxer, that's very disrespectful. Especially if you sell pay-per-views. I'm not paying $100 to watch no journeyman. I don't know who is. I've never paid $100 to watch a journeyman. So that's kind of, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of going a little far right there. I mean, somebody else wouldn't tell you, but to call a guy a journeyman who's a main event guy, I don't spend my Saturdays watching journeyman. I don't know. He got to do his mandatory right now. I mean, he's been offered some stuff overall, but he's still a new fighter for real to some of these people. Cause I don't know if everybody been watching Boots for a long time. I'm starting to realize, because the people that he been fighting, Crawford could have stopped all these guys. It's not one guy he ain't fought that Crawford couldn't stop. And he ain't got all knockouts. Anybody that Boots that fought, Crawford stopping them right now. I mean, if people want to do it to Boots, do it. Do it. Do it. He ain't finna get beat up around me and be yelling, yeah, man. Nah. He ain't finna get beat up around me and try to bounce back. That ain't gonna happen. That's what I'm saying. Because people trying to do it now with the Spence situation. You see how they doing with Spence? If Crawford would have lost to Spence, these dudes wouldn't say Crawford should fight anybody right now. That's a fact. That's a fact. I see it already. If Crawford would have lost to Spence, people acting like Crawford lost to Spence. To be honest with you, they acting like Spence won. Let's go there. They acting like Spence won. I'm hearing Spence versus Tszyu. They acting like Spence won. So obviously Crawford's not the guy they thought he was. He's way better. They acting like Earl Spence won and Crawford lost. So obviously, if everybody talking about, if I was Crawford, I would actually retire right now and find out all the guys who saying that Terrence Crawford ducking him. I'll retire right now. See what them dudes gonna do after I retire. Oh, you said I'm retiring? Oh, okay. Let me. I mean, you said I'm ducking you. Let me retire, and then let me find out who you gonna fight next. Then, since you that guy, if you that guy, then fight whoever you gonna fight. That's what I'm on. I don't know about people that they know about the fight culture, but we don't just go around like, yeah, I want to fight one guy. Nah, fight everybody. Who want to smoke? People don't understand. That's why I said people don't really understand that. People don't understand that. These dudes been walking around boxing, pro boxing 5 years. They waiting to Terrence Crawford get 36 years old and start getting busy. Now they want to start calling him out. Yeah, man, I know you 36 years old. Let me stop you real quick. Yeah, I need a chance. Nah, man, come on, man. What y'all think this is? And y'all got 33-year-old Canelo hanging around explaining nothing. Come on, man. People acting like real big fights is getting made. Like, you know what's sad about boxing right now? It's not really no big fights getting made. If Crawford don't put nothing big together right now, it ain't really nothing people gonna look forward to, I guess. That's what it sounds like to me. I mean, that's what the behavior and the feelings I'm hearing right now. If Crawford don't put a big fight together, it's not gonna mean much to boxing right now. Any other fight. You know what I'm saying? People not really thinking about Frank Martin versus Tank right. They thinking about if Crawford gonna fight Boots or not. Spence said he going to Vegas for Tszyu. They happy about that. I don't know why. I have I don't know why about that. Because that'll kind of destroy another fight that's supposed to happen. So I'm kind of confused on that now. It's definitely a lot of stuff going on right now. But let them send Boots out there if you want to. I like Boots. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge fan of Boots. I've definitely been watching Boots longer than these guys. I definitely have. The way they've been yelling about Boots lately, nah. Ain't nobody been yelling about Boots that long. Trust me. The way they've been yelling about Boots, no way. No. Ain't nobody been yelling about Boots like this. The way they doing it now? No. They yelling about Boots like he a new pair of Air Force Ones that came out yesterday. No, they have not. No, sir. And he been a good fighter. He been a top fighter before he was pro. So I don't understand what the confusion is. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest with you, yelling about a guy who's been good since he was a kid is not impressive to me. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I'm a fan of Boots, he's been good since he was a kid. Like, all right, man. Like, it's other boxers out here. You know what I'm saying? Dudes just get one boxer and they like, yeah, we want him to fight this guy. Bro, all right, man. We understand all that. But half of these fights they talking about dudes and already sparred each other and everything. So I'm not finna sit up here and be listening to no dude talking about somebody ducking me and y'all done sparred each other already. Cut it out. And then the fans bring it my way. I'm cool with what the fighters doing it, but the fans be like getting all into it, bro. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't bring that kind of culture to boxing. Like, it's too much at this point. It really be too much. It's always got to be a narrative with somebody scared. Like, it don't matter who fighting. These dudes don't really know boxing. They just want to bring that. They just want to bring that type of culture to boxing. It's kind of lame, to be honest with you. It's fake tough guy talk. Because half of the dudes that be saying it ain't never been in a fist fight. Oh, man, I feel like this dude ducking. I don't care, bro. I don't care what you feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to watch a fight. To be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? Because half the guys you already iffy about, you didn't like the guy in the first place. You iffy about somebody you don't like. What is to explain about that? You know what I'm saying? It don't got nothing to do with boxing. Ain't nobody talking about how. That's why I be laughing when people sit up here and be like, "Yeah, man, I see how Crawford he He's a strong guy. He's way stronger than what I've seen in the past. I didn't know he was that strong. Like, bro, he won a fight against Spence. Now y'all trying to figure out why he. Come on, man. I mean, once all you gotta do is beat Spence one time, and now everybody believe what you are. That's why I said people not really good boxing fans. They're not really good experts in boxing. Crawford fought 30-some times. They didn't know he was good till he beat Spence. Come on, man. You're a novice. Well, people who run around say, "Oh yeah, that's a casual." No, that's a casual. If it takes you 1 out of 30-something fights to figure out if somebody good, after all those fights, you gotta figure out. You gotta wait till the 30-something fights to be like, "Oh, okay, yeah." So he beat the #1 guy, so that means he's the best. You didn't know that before he fought the #1 guy? That's what I'm saying. Like, people are novice, bro. A lot of people don't even know that Usyk was a cruiserweight a couple of years ago. They think Usyk been at heavyweight all these years. And they'll get up here and scream about it. Relax about all that. Half of these guys you're talking about, they're almost 40 years old. The other guys, they're trying to figure out their situation. They barely have a logo for their brand. They trying to build a brand. They don't got no logo. They trying to get a logo. And you got fans talking about these guys being ducked, and they trying to build their brand up. Relax. Like, relax, man. These dudes trying to sell the fight more than the promoters. Like, these dudes gonna fight, man. Okay. I don't know, man. I don't understand. Like, I've gave this example plenty of times. There's nobody out here turning down millions of dollars. It's just a fight. Like, people get on the internet and they think it's not real life no more. Like, bro, ain't nobody turning down millions of dollars. Ain't nobody turning down millions of dollars. If somebody sent y'all $1 million in the cash out right now and said, "Hey, meet me at the park. We're gonna fight for 2 minutes in a square circle." What you gonna? I mean, in the square. In the square. What you gonna do? In the ring? You gonna be like, "Nah, man, I'm ducking," or you gonna be like, "Man, I'm finna run down there." 2 minutes. You gonna turn down the millions of dollars? You gonna duck it? You gonna be ducking the millions of dollars? You don't want to get in the ring? Do you know when dudes get paid millions of dollars, they can go in there and get knocked out in the first round and still get paid millions of dollars? Y'all acting like dudes is turning down millions of dollars for real. Like, come on, man. This ain't Marvel vs. Capcom. This is real life. People ain't turning down money. Ain't nobody turning down no money. Like, let's get to that point, first of all. Like, please. People don't understand that. Terrence Crawford just got the biggest check he ever got, and he ain't combed his hair since. You know what I'm saying? You think he worried about ducking somebody, man? He ain't worried about that. He trying to get a bag. This dude ain't combed his hair since he got the biggest check of his life. He ain't worried about ducking nobody. He trying to get a bag, man. And he want that smoke. Now we got people bringing up Tszyu and all these guys. I've been saying already. I've been reporting it. It's coming out now. I've been letting everybody know. I know everybody been jumping up and down. Oh, this guy ducking. This guy ducking. This guy the boogeyman. Okay. We finding out now. None of these guys is the boogeyman. They're not. They're trying to sell a fight. That's all it is. Relax. Because I'm going to have a good little year. I'm basically just going to review everything I went over last year. This is basically just me bringing up old videos, reviewing them, and just going through them. That's all it is. Because all the stuff coming out now, all the real news coming out. No, Tszyu is not finna fight a top 10 guy. He's not finna do it. I mean, Steve probably is top 10, but that just says a whole lot about boxing right now. But All the things that's going on in boxing right now, man, ain't nobody ducking nobody. Look at the fights that's being made. Look at it. People making a big deal about the Fedor versus Tszyu. That's a lot of guys that fought Fedor. Why it's a big deal when Tszyu go against Fedor? Y'all want me to bring that point up? And I have no problem with either fighter. Why it's a big deal when Tszyu fight Fedor? Everybody else didn't fought Fedor. Come on, man. Disrespecting Terrence Crawford. Then y'all want to support these little young fighters who just now coming up. These dudes ain't fought nobody either. In the pros, amateurs, sparring, nowhere. They haven't fought nobody. These dudes ain't fought nobody. It's too many people ready to jump out there for guys who unproven. Just to be real, these guys ain't really got no contracts for real. They ain't got nothing going on. They trying to make me believe that 10 people ducking $1 million so they won't fight them. Put the check out there. If you got enough money to offer, ain't nobody finna turn down $1 million. I just gave the example. Nobody on here finna turn it down. So if it's promotional companies that's out there signing fighters that won't, first of all, let me tell you something. If I'm PBC and I got fighters on my platform and they don't want to fight Boots Ennis, what should I do? Should I keep them guys on PBC or should I let them go? Like, that's your answer right there. Like, dudes ain't trying to put no fights together. That's all it is. I can't force these guys to make their fighters get in the ring and do anything. That just is what it is. I don't know if people understand that. You can't force these fighters to get in the ring and fight nobody. You got your platform. It's their platform. The fighter can't go on ESPN or Top Rank and force himself in the ring with nobody. That's why right now Terrence Crawford is the only guy who actually fought on a platform that's not PBC, the Zone. He fought on an independent platform. He fought on his own stuff. He didn't fight on what they wanted to fight on, so he fought on a different platform. Everybody else not doing that. They still fighting on the Zone, PBC. They're not putting their own fights on. They're not really doing it. So he's the only one right now that doesn't really need to be signed to anybody to put a fight on. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't need to be signed to anybody. That's what people don't realize. Boxing not giving Terrence Crawford a big fight right now. It's not hurting him at all. They can say, oh, yeah, he ducking. Okay, if he is ducking, that's not going to help boxing. And boxing not putting together big fights, that's not going to happen. That's why they're trying to put all these big fights together now. I already said it after that Mike Tyson news. They better put some fights together. Nobody finna try to pay for that stuff, and they got Mike Tyson fight coming up. As long as they still have that fight available coming on, it's gonna be on Netflix. Nobody else finna entertain these other fights. Not these casual fans. The fans, they want people to get involved with boxing. They don't like people who don't like a lot about boxing, but when they're trying to sell a pay-per-view or they want somebody to know about their favorite fighter, they want to tell people who don't watch boxing. So these people don't know what they want. They just want the experts in it. Then when they get into it, they want to be an expert. They don't know what's going on. But once these fighters get involved, like with Mike Tyson, putting his own fights on, don't need nobody. That's what they don't like about it right now. They don't like that he's putting his own fights on. They don't like that Terrence Crawford got the ability to make his own fight. Is what it has made his own fight without a PBC or something. So, and Top Rank. So, you don't really need these guys like that. He's just doing it for just the box now because he want to be the best. But a lot of these promotional companies, they gonna be done soon. They don't push the talent like that. They missing out on too many big fights. Sooner or later, a lot of these companies, they ain't gonna be around. It's a lot of people trying to make adjustments right now, but we'll see. I got some more news coming out about that, but it's only so long they can actually do fights like this, to be honest with you. I would get a reason why they still able to, but I ain't finna give all that out. But to go along and just be like, yeah, man, Terrence Crawford ain't fight for this reason. Like, pay the guys both what they need to get in the ring and just make it happen. Those days are starting to come around to where they just starting to sign guys, get them in the ring, see them fight. Because we're in a generation now where they'll rather see somebody who's on social media or something, or a celebrity or something like that fight, rather than a boxer. Because they're not giving the fights they want. They like, man, I'd rather just see the guy from Twitter or Instagram I be watching. And that's what they doing. I don't know if people know it or not. They didn't put on more celebrity fights than they probably have boxing matches the last couple of years. Especially when everything was shut down. So to try to starve the fans out of a big fight, that's not really hurting the fans. That's not really hurting the fans. These boxers fighting one time a year and stuff like that, it only helps. It only helps the companies, because at the end of the day, we're gonna get more boxers and new guys coming in. See, it's new guys fighting right now. We got new guys fighting tonight, tomorrow. See, Oscar Valdez, he fought Shakur Stevenson, Navarrete, finna fight Liam Wilson. See, I ain't gotta ask Oscar Valdez if he ducking somebody or this guy ducking. They gonna fight. He fighting. He jumped in the ring. So all these other guys trying to go back and forth, I mean, they can miss out on legacy fights if they want to. Some guys need to fight more than others. I don't think, but the media and the fans trying to make it seem like with Terrence Crawford beating Spence, he needs other people to get in the ring with. They need him. Like, make it easy or just fall back. Make it easy or just fall back. No, he doing business now with him. He's already doing business now with him. Overall, as far as what they've been doing out there, I don't see him signing with nobody right now. I don't think he has that many fights left. He's technically never been signed to somebody, but I don't see that happening overall. That'll be a stretch. I see him going somewhere else before that would happen. He's just trying to go there. I mean, if he can get the Joshua fight, that would happen. If they talking about, but I don't see him. They're not talking about Joshua fighting him, so I don't see that happening. Yeah, they got 2 fights on today. They got a fight on the Zone OTX on the Zone YouTube website. I mean YouTube channel. The Zone got a fight coming on tonight. Probably in a couple of hours. And I know they have a fight coming on Top Rank tonight. So yeah, they have 2 fights coming on. They got 2 fights coming on today and tomorrow. Yeah, I don't see Wilder doing anything right now as far as Matchroom though. I know he has been fighting on the Zone though. I mean, a lot of people say he never wanted to go to the Zone, but they didn't say anything about him really going over there. It's a lot of guys from PBC that went to the Zone, so for that last fight in December. Andrew Ruiz, he didn't fight, but he was out there, so. But yeah, Oscar Valdez fight Liam Wilson tonight. Liam Wilson, he got some power, man. He dropped Navarrete. I think it might have been last year. Yeah, Eddie Hearn, Eddie Hearn be messing himself up. He don't like nobody. He don't like nobody. Eddie Hearn be messing himself up. That's why right now Eddie Hearn kind of waiting on Canelo to come back. He got Devin Haney right now. He works with and you know he got Anthony Joshua, but you know besides Anthony Joshua, he doesn't really create stars like that. He just gets stars from that's already made. So Eddie Hearn still got some ways to go because he's not getting guys who's actually stars. He's just trying to make stars. It's a difference, and that's what he's falling short at. Because now they're trying to hang the hat on as far as Joshua fighting Fury. I mean that fight'll happen, but Fury's value has went down. People don't look at Fury the same, no matter what he does. They'll figure that out soon. They're trying to squeeze the last little bit that they have out of that fight, but it's over with as far as that hype and all that. It's not really what the same as it was. Then the fight keep getting pushed back. Now I don't really think about that. To be honest with you, I don't really be thinking about fights like that because I already know it's over with. Anthony Joshua already got his next two fights. I announced it already on my page. Those those are his next two fights. He gonna fight Dubois and Fury. He ain't finna fight nobody else. That's why he hurried up and made these couple of fights. I already been saying it for the last couple of months. If he beat Ngannou, he gonna fight Fury. And that's what he got. He got the chance. People turned into, bro. As long as you push a narrative out there, people gonna start believing it. You know what I'm saying? People don't even remember that Tyson Fury got knocked down by Ngannou. It was so far away in their mind right now. All they know is Ngannou just got knocked out by Anthony Joshua, so Anthony Joshua is next. These guys don't know what's going on in boxing for real. I figured that out already. These people, they just see a guy lose, they be like, "Oh, so and so's next." They don't even know what's going on. It's all over the place right now. They're just matching up random guys right now. That's all that's going on. You see what's going on with Earl Spence? Now let me tell you, I'm gonna explain to you why all this stuff as far as promotional company, all these guys are the same. So Ngannou's coming off a loss, but Anthony Joshua just fought him for a chance to fight for a chance to fight Tyson Fury. Then Spence, he just came off a loss, but now he's gonna have a chance to fight Tszyu. And those two different guys, Matchroom and PBC. So I know people like to say, well, PBC does that. They both do it. They're both doing it. They both been doing it. And the fans been going for it. They okay with it. And I've seen that now. So when people want to say, oh, well, that side's doing it. Yeah, okay. I see what's going on. Anything else? You know what I'm saying? They've been doing that. That stuff's old. They just put together whatever fight. After a while, fans just come out with whatever fight they want to come up with. You know what I'm saying? People try to act like they've been waiting to see Joshua and Ngannou forever, so they fell into that little trap. They fell into another trap that Tyson Fury don't never rematch nobody because he didn't get that Ngannou rematch. Then they telling us that I heard something crazy like, yeah, we're gonna have the Tyson Fury rematch with Usyk. We just got to see how it's gonna go. If you know they're gonna have a rematch, why you got to see how it's gonna go? So I don't understand all that, but yeah, it's a lot of narratives being pushed. But it is what it is, though. At the end of the day, these guys can only run so far. A lot of people will be exposed this year. I hate that some people wait till they're about 33, 34 to kind of try to jump in the mix, but it is what it is. They want to do that, they can. But if people don't realize it right now, some of the most dangerous fighters right now in each division is in their 20s. So a lot of older guys are getting hunted down right now. So they can kind of wait out and try to make it to Saudi Arabia and whatever they're trying to do. But overall, people's legacy is going to get exposed. And it'll be smart. Some guys should have just tested themselves early on in their career. But they're trying to wait until the end of their career, and they putting themselves at a bad situation right now. Especially with these heavyweights. If you look at these heavyweights' resumes, these guys ain't fought nobody, man. Come on, man. I've been saying that. To be honest with you, Anthony Joshua fighting the last two guys he fought, that don't really help him. He ain't getting no rounds in. How he get better knocking out Ngannou in 2 rounds? That ain't gonna make you better. You know what I'm saying? Wilder got to knock out his fight before the Parker fight. That didn't help him out. We all knew that. Oh yeah. Shout out to Go Good, man. Yeah, they definitely collecting bags. It sounds like that's what they trying to do with Tszyu right now. They see Tszyu a hot name right now. They like, hey, instead of just having Tim fight everybody, let's just see Tim fight a guy like Spence right now. You know, Crawford want to fight, so let's see if he'll wait. Oh no, he ain't saving boxing. I mean, he ain't saving boxing because the only boxing he's putting together is heavyweights. Without the heavyweights, I mean, that's the only division he got over there is heavyweights. All the other fights is just regular fights, and it's an MMA guy. First of all, you got to have 2 fighters fighting to save boxing. 2 boxers fighting. You can't have an MMA guy fighting a boxer and then say you saving boxing. That's what everything go bad at. I don't want to throw him under the bus, but that's just the truth. And then he's got just a certain sector of boxers. You know what I'm saying? It's not like everybody's involved. They're trying to say it like everybody's involved right now, but it's only just the heavyweights, really. Besides what? Wilder, Gerald Miller, and besides Wilder and Gerald Miller, they the only 2 Americans that was over there, for what I've known. Unless I think real hard. For what I've seen, yeah, they're the only 2 Americans. Then Frank Sanchez, he's from PBC too, so I think he's from Cuba. So besides those guys, most of it just a UK. It's just a UK tournament, really. The only reason it looks better than what it is because Wilder was over there. I wish he would have never went over there because everybody talking about he need to retire. Yeah, he should retire. He should not be involved in none of this crap. I wouldn't be involved in it. I wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you. Because without him even being involved, it would just look like a regular DAZN event. So I think he's helping them more than he's helping himself at this point. If we're gonna be honest about that. But no, he's not saving boxing. No. Nobody boxing doesn't want to be saved. And that's the problem with boxing right there. Boxing got low expectations. They want to fight MMA guys, and then when they get in trouble, they're like, "Oh, we saved boxing when we beat them." Like, why are you fighting an MMA guy in the first place? Like, that's the thing. That's the whole question I was asking all these months. Like, why are we fighting MMA guys right now? That's what's crazy to me. That's why a lot of guys they'll just be like, "Man, I just rather go to Mexico and fight, or I'll just go into MMA." That's why you got guys like Regis Program right now. Like, yeah, I just go to MMA right now. Guys who fight everybody, nobody cares about that in boxing no more. That's why boxing is over with. It'll never be the same way it was. The name and the fame is bigger than the game right now. All people care about is a big name. The minute I seen, I'm gonna tell you when sports exposed itself, when everybody made a big deal about Conor McGregor. Y'all can blame Floyd Mayweather for all that, but everybody who went out and made that event the highest paid event all time, people want to blame Floyd, but the fans went out and supported that. They pushed it, bro. They pushed that narrative. The fans are the ones who created the whole Jake Paul stuff. Because they the ones who came up with the idea, yeah, McGregor should fight Floyd. And Floyd said, oh, yeah, maybe I should. So all that stuff's starting to happen. But now you got people who doing it while they're in the middle of their careers. Fans still won't say nothing because who the guy is. If the media says it's okay, then it's okay. You know, it's whatever the media says, to be honest with you. People got to be told what to like. I'm not going to like everything everybody else like. That's why you don't see a lot of people hitting the like button right now, because I'm not finna like everything you don't like. I understand that. But that's what they pay for, though. They pay for Conor McGregor versus Mayweather. So if I know most of the world likes that, why would I expect to have a real boxing conversation with most people? They don't even know what happened in the McGregor fight versus Mayweather. So how can we really talk about anything? That's what boxing's starting to go. That's why boxing is bad. Everybody just, it's becoming like rap now. Everybody want to just jump into it. You know, people say, oh, that sounds good when they listen to some rap. That's what they're saying about boxing now. They don't even care about the fight. Oh, that sounds good. Hey, what about this fight versus this fight? Oh, that sounds good. I heard people say, oh, what about De Los Santos versus Shakur Stevenson? Oh, that sounds good. De Los Santos has a lot of knockouts. So, yeah, dudes is rap fans now. They want whatever sound good in boxing. That's what they going with now. So, De Los Santos versus Shakur Stevenson, that sound good. How it look, though? On this channel, it's about how it look. It can sound good all it want, but how it look? I heard every fan in the world okay with that fight. I said, yeah, man, I'm going to separate myself today. I definitely don't agree with this fight. I definitely do not. That's why I wanted Tank to get in the ring with De Los Santos. If he win, it might happen. See these dudes with all these K. I'm tired of the people doing that. That's what I be saying. Like, in the game right now, you got Wilder, he got to prove himself. But you got guys like De Los Santos who got a loss and then got all these knockouts. People like, yeah, he got a whole bunch of knockouts. He'll hurt Shakur Stevenson. And my word specifically 5 months ago was, is he going to win or is he going to hurt him? Which one? And he ain't even hurt him. Talking about, man. Quit hyping up these dudes because they sound good. They names sound good and they got a mohawk. Quit hyping up these dudes, man. Please. I ain't talking no Fonzo. I'm just talking period. Fonzo know what I'm talking about. And Go Good. Shout out to Go Good. But yeah, they be hyping up these dudes too much. These dudes be sounding so, they be finding a new fighter or something. They be hyping these dudes up. Be fanned out. Oh my God, have you heard about De Los Santos? He has a lot of knockouts, man. He knocked out Rayo. Oh my God, it was crazy. Okay, who cares, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, when you go overseas, when you go get a Tyson Fury, that's what happens. So you gotta make fights. Dudes don't want to go overseas and be like, hey, I'll fight a Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury was retired when Deontay Wilder called him out. He was retired. He was retired when he fought Deontay Wilder. And Anthony Joshua was right over there. Could have said, hey, man, Tyson Fury, let's fight. Deontay Wilder walked right past Anthony Joshua and said, well, he ain't trying to fight nobody. Let me fight Tyson Fury. People talking about Tyson Fury was retired. He was like, man, let me retire. Anthony Joshua ain't trying to do nothing. Let me go ahead and retire, man. Time for me to hang it up. Deontay Wilder said, oh, since Anthony Joshua don't want to fight Tyson Fury, let me fight you. And that's what everybody said. Boxing back. Oh my God. Let me start a YouTube and a podcast. Go look at your favorite YouTuber. He started his podcast right around the time Deontay Wilder's career was starting to kick off. Go look at your favorite YouTuber. Put money on it. And one of the bigger videos got something to do with Wilder or Live. Most of these dudes didn't start boxing podcasts until Wilder started boxing. I'll expose all these dudes. I'm really a nice guy. I'm trying to keep it that way. But yeah, these dudes, they ain't start their podcast until Deontay Wilder started boxing Fury. Now Floyd Mayweather been boxing all these years. Ain't nobody start no podcast then. Or did they do it because of Jake Paul? That'll be even worse. Oh, it's because of Canelo? Nah. Stop it, homie. Ain't nobody start no podcast because of Canelo versus Triple G. Most of these guys seen Wilder fighting Fury. Oh my God, boxing is back. Let me start a podcast. Woo! All these dudes, man. I don't want to go in roasting nobody, but yeah, that's what these dudes do. They clowns for real. They'll clown the guy the main guy who they the reason they started their podcast around, who helped start the whole heavyweight division back. Come on, man. That's why I love boxing, because it exposes. If I hear somebody talking crazy like that about boxing, I know you're crazy in real life. You're out of your mind. Like sometimes when dudes be talking about boxing, they ain't got nothing to do with boxing. I think you crazy in real life. I think you're out of your mind. Especially if you like over the hill for somebody you ain't never met. Like I'm a diehard Terrence Crawford fan. You don't see me on here begging somebody to fight Terrence Crawford. And I've been watching Terrence Crawford for years. Oh, you ain't finna see me on here. Oh man, I wish somebody would. Oh my God, like I don't care about that. He's a grown man. He know. Trust me. If somebody want to fight him, they'll touch him. Put their hands on him, whatever they want to do. They really want to fight him, they'll get a fight. Trust me. You can find out a way to get a fight with him. Better believe it. But all these fairy tales and boxing that's going around now, I don't really like it, man. I really don't. People try to make these fighters. I think people have been watching too many Marvel movies. I think the Marvel movies is they got grown men kind of fanned out right now. Because they talking about fighters like they're Marvel characters and stuff like that. The fanning out and stuff like that. Like if somebody, because I'm gonna tell y'all now, Boots, Tank, Haney, all these guys. I've been a fan of all these guys, but when I hear guys fanning out over them, I don't like that stuff, bro. I really don't. First of all, I think you don't know boxing like that. Because if you did, you would know that these guys could lose tomorrow. And all that fanning out you're doing is really a phase. And then second of all, you're a grown man doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's an issue. Period. I don't like when men do that, though. Honestly. That's getting out of hand in boxing. Like, I understand if you think a guy can beat a guy. Like, trust me, guys, we argue about boxing and sports and stuff, but I don't know, man. Dudes going past that Skip Bayless stuff. They doing some other stuff now. It ain't on the Skip Bayless level no more. What they doing now is these dudes ain't really like that. I'm telling you, I break down everybody's resume and nobody says, oh no, you're wrong about it. Nobody says anything. That's when I figure out then, okay, they don't know what they're talking about. Like, please quit fanning out over these guys. And then guys who've been dropped before. Do you know I've given guys passes on this channel for bringing up fighters that have been dropped before? They said Terrence Crawford is ducking a fighter that's been dropped. That's went 12 rounds with prospects recently in the 2020s. Come on, man. Stop it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm starting to feel like Canelo. That's why I'm starting to actually understand where Canelo coming from. Like, please, guys, don't do this to me. For real, I understand what he's saying now. Because, geez, we starting to... I don't understand. These young guys, they don't have to do anything now to get a big fight. All they got to do is call somebody out. Terrence Crawford, he got to leave top rank, and he got to do all kind of special missions and all kind of other stuff. He got to do GTA missions. But y'all got guys, they just got to show up to a fight. Oh, that must be your favorite fighter then. This has nothing to do with a deal. All guys got to do is show up to a fight now? Terrence Crawford, if he would have known that, he would have just showed up to a Spence fight a long time ago. I'm telling you, if you're a fighter out there, and no disrespect to Earl Spence, this ain't no disrespect to Earl Spence. Been one of my favorite fighters for a long time. I'm a day one Spence fan. If you any fighter out there, do not fight Earl Spence. It's a waste of time. Beating Earl Spence will get you nowhere in boxing. Terrence Crawford beat Earl Spence and they got him nowhere. If you do not waste your time fighting Earl Spence, I'm putting this message out right now. And I'm dead serious. They can try to mess with my live all they want to. Don't waste your time fighting somebody like Earl Spence. If the fans out here think that Terrence Crawford is basically a duck after he just beat Earl Spence. If you're a young fighter, don't waste your time. They're not going to give you credit for beating Earl Spence. Unless he wins, you're not going to get credit. So it's best that you stay away from him and do your own thing. I don't know nobody that got credit for beating Earl Spence. Please tell me, let me know. His name is not Terrence Crawford. Yeah, the narrative getting exposed now. It's getting exposed now. I already put a little live out there. I was just being, I ain't really even went in yet, but yeah. If you a fighter in the game right now and you want fans to respect you, beating Earl Spence will not get you respect. Sorry to tell you. So what? Tim Tszyu, now they saying Tim Tszyu and Jerron Ennis better than Spence. So they wasted Terrence Crawford time all these years telling him to fight Spence. That was a waste of time. So now we listening to crackheads. Oh, go left, go right. Oh, I don't know. Man, these fans is on the bag, man. The sniff bag. They going too hard now. He's definitely independent. Definitely independent. Definitely independent. And that's the problem. I put the video out a long time ago. See, everything that's coming out, I can't say no more information. I ain't got time. Ain't nobody finna, hey, look, I ain't got no time to be playing no court fees and nothing like that because fans don't want to sit here and watch a video I put up. Hey, the information out there. I ain't talking about you go good. I'm just saying. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Independent. Yes, sir. Platform, yes. Lifetime contract like Anthony Joshua? No. Anthony Joshua got a lifetime contract. I don't know if everybody know that. Do anybody know that on this channel? Anthony Joshua has a lifetime contract. And don't nobody know that, then we can't have these conversations. I don't want to put nobody's personal business out there. Do anybody know that? Anthony Joshua got a lifetime contract right now. I don't like talking about contracts and stuff like that. I can get in trouble like that. Do anybody know Anthony Joshua got a lifetime contract? You know what lifetime mean, right? It mean the next one, right? You know what I'm saying? He get a loss, it ain't. No, I don't think that ain't the reason why they hate it. That ain't the reason why they hate it. That ain't the reason why they hate it. I'm starting to realize now, whoever the media don't like, this who these dudes don't like. I mean, everybody say signed to a deal. You know what I'm saying? Every deal is percentages. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta give up a percentage in each deal. If you ain't putting something up yourself, you're gonna give up a percentage in any kind of deal. Yeah, any deal you gotta give up a percentage if you ain't putting the whole fight on. Everybody gotta get paid. But nah, they get hated on because they ain't in no group. You know, all these other dudes in groups. They grouped up with people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody try to group up in boxing. Take the cowardly way out. They don't really group up with nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. We talking about two different kind of people. You know, Devin and Crawford, they guys, they don't really have to group up with a lot of people, but these other guys, they got to group up with people and befriend boxers. You know, they on no disrespect to LeBron, but they on the LeBron thing. You know what I'm saying? They want to be cool with other athletes and hang out. I ain't never seen Ali just trying to kick it with certain guys. I ain't saying beat Ali. I'm just letting it be known like this something new. So yeah, these guys be grouped up. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, if Tank like another fighter, some of these guys be so fanned out they won't even disrespect the other fighter. They'll be like, yeah, that guy could probably beat Devin too. You know, just fanned out. You know, nothing to do with boxing. But yeah, a lot of these fighters exposing all this though. Like these next couple of fights, like I don't even think most of these fights are mandatories. So just wait until guys get mandatories handed down. You're gonna see a lot of guys dropping belts. I'm already hearing people talking about dropping belts. See, I'm not gonna report all that. I'm gonna let all y'all see that. I'm gonna go live when that happens. But you're gonna hear a lot of people talking about they want to drop belts now. And you heard people for 7, 8, 9 months. I've been hearing people call out Tszyu versus Crawford. I don't know where that fight came from. Now all of a sudden I'm just gonna see how many people call this fight out over the weekend. After he fight Fandora, we're gonna see. We're gonna definitely see, because what people don't realize is Terrence Crawford, he's one of the only boxers in the game that'll actually fight anybody the fans point out. The fans like, oh, let's fight Boots. Oh, Tszyu, Spence. Oh, you want me to fight that guy? Oh, okay, let's see. Tszyu, Spence. Who else? Boots. Oh, okay. See, what y'all gonna do is y'all gonna take all the talent out the game right now. See, Terrence Crawford ain't like Floyd. He ain't gonna let these guys. He ain't gonna put his arm around Spence's shoulder like, yeah, this is a young guy I'm trying to help out. See, you know what I'm saying? He'll take out all the young. He'll pull an Anakin Skywalker. I'm telling you right now. He'll take everybody out. Y'all already ain't got nothing but Boots left. You better try to hang on to Boots while you can. While you trying to push him out there. You know, in America, they like to see everybody get beat up again. Y'all want to see them old days when Klitschko was fighting, when no other fights was on? Just Klitschko and all the other stuff. Keep doing what y'all doing. You can barely find a fight now. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot being said during fight week. I don't usually believe what I hear during fight week. At this time right now, I don't believe what I hear during fight week. I will say this, depending on how Tszyu fight this weekend, if I was him, I'll focus a little more on that. Me personally, I would like to hear him say, I mean, a lot of guys, you know, everybody's different. You know, a lot of guys can answer these questions truthfully and go through the press week. You know, this is the first time really being in America doing press week, so I'll give him a pass as far as answering all these questions and everything. But I don't know. They kind of putting a lot of narratives around him right now. All I know is Tszyu's been doing everything I heard him say he's gonna do. all these other people that's saying that Tszyu's gonna drop belts and stuff like that, they haven't really been keeping up with his news over the past year, 2 years. So no disrespect to them, but they still looking at Tszyu like a new boxer. I'm already kind of know a lot about Tszyu already up until this point. So that's why a lot of people kind of looking like, is he gonna drop the belt, fight Spence? When he says he'll fight Spence or Crawford, that means he'll fight Crawford or Spence. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, he'll fight Spence now. Like, bro, whatever deal his guy works out, that's what he gonna do. If it's Crawford, he gonna fight him. I mean, I don't understand when people, but a lot of these people are new. They're trying to get some views this week. Not saying YouTubers. I'm saying most of this narrative's coming from media. But yeah, they're trying to push narrative to get views this week. That's all it is. Just to be honest with you, I knew Tszyu was gonna fight in March 8 months ago. You know what I'm saying? So all I can remember what Tszyu said 8 months ago. So, but right now, if he's saying something else, I don't know. But after this fight, we're gonna understand. We're gonna see. I like Tszyu, but if he's saying something different, I'm putting the pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no issue with treating him just like the rest. I'm pretty sure the fans in his country feel the same way. Look, one thing I've learned, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. One thing I've actually learned, and I'm telling y'all the honest truth. The fans in Australia, if they see a guy and he's not really what he says he is, they're not gonna defend him in the comments and stuff like that. They're gonna be like, okay, he ain't that guy then. They're gonna go over to their country and find somebody else. Like it's supposed to be. Trust me. Right now I'm definitely saying he about that smoke. So, but his manager, his promoter's talking a lot this week, so it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That guy's doing a lot of interviews this week. I mean, she probably is. I was kind of mad that she didn't do that Layla Ali sparring. Layla Ali tried to get an offer on her about a fight, and I don't know. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, I felt like they could have got an investor to put some money down in their fight. That was like during the shutdown too. They could have made a lot of money. I felt like somebody could have put up $1 million or something, but I mean, yeah, she possibly could be. She possibly could be. We're gonna have to see, you know what I'm saying? Right now she's doing a lot, you know what I'm saying? I'm impressed with her. For her to actually jump in the MMA cage, take a loss and actually jump back in there, I ain't gonna lie, she got a lot of respect for me for that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys won't do that. So for her to kind of jump in the MMA cage and then jump back in there, that's not easy to do. You know what I'm saying? She's probably got a bloody nose training more for MMA than she has for boxing. So got to look at it a certain way. So she definitely get my support. You know what I'm saying? As far as all that, I don't agree with everything, but you know how that goes. As long as she fight, man, I don't care. Yeah, right now I gotta give it to her. Definitely got to. Until a girl actually shows me that she's gonna do everything she's doing, nah. Because basically Clarissa Shields is everything they said that Ronda Rousey was. If you want to keep it a buck. But I feel like tonight, man, it's gonna be some good fights on tonight. Please do not miss these fights coming on tonight. It's gonna be some good fights coming on. This one that's coming on the zone online, it's gonna be good. So I'm putting the link on the community page. But they definitely have some good fights coming on tonight. But yeah, if Tszyu don't make something happen, I'm definitely gonna put pressure on him though. But I feel like he's gonna do everything he said he's gonna do. Just like Crawford, he's a man of his word. People don't really know a lot about these guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to realize that a lot of people don't really know these guys as much as I thought they did. But they're gonna start to figure out that, you know, a lot of these guys, they don't do nothing but fight, man. You know what I'm saying? The money is kind of new to them. I know Terrence Crawford been getting millions, but all this stuff is still new to them. You know what I'm saying? They're not really chasing just solely money. It's only a couple of guys really trying to be the best. I honestly trying to tell y'all that. It's only a couple of guys that really want to be the best. Other than that, a lot of guys are just in it for the money. Just honestly, for real. And we're seeing that now. Because now we're seeing tougher fights. Like, even I'm gonna tell you guys honestly too. And a lot of fans notice this, so I gotta give the fans credit. Most fans notice this, but even with Devin Haney fighting Ryan Garcia, that's still a tougher fight than what these other guys are doing. Like, even though Ryan Garcia isn't, you know what I'm saying, that's still a better fight. I don't know what Teofimo doing with this fight. I don't know what he's doing with this fight. I feel like he's probably trying to adjust to something 140 still, but Jermaine Ortiz was a 35 though. I can't even make up a reason. So I gotta think about that for a while. Probably just a bounce back fight. But I will say this though. I will say this. No disrespect. I will say this. I probably had to put another video out, but I'll say it now. Teofimo has taken some hard fights the last couple of years, so I do have to if he's somebody who needs to take a little break off and take a little tune up, or just fight a guy who's not really the top guy, I understand that. He has fought top guys. So I will be understandable about that. And that's being honest. But I don't know, man. But overall, honestly, it's a lot of guys in those weight classes. I'm not really thinking from the point of him not being active. It's just guys like Cruz is up there now. And I know sanctioning bodies they're gonna want to do some unification soon, because if I'm the sanctioning body and I know I can do a unification with a guy possibly who has a big name, you know, they got guys like Haney around there now, so they're definitely gonna try to make a fight so they can try to get some cash or something like that. So 140 gonna be active soon. But I'm not gonna lie, man. I feel I can see Teofimo dropping the belt at 40 and going to 47. Honestly, I can. Even though I heard him say he can make 35, I can see him doing it. I can see him doing it. Because he's one of those guys, I can actually see him just wanting to be even though he'll look small at first at that weight class. He's one of those guys, he's gonna want to walk around at his walk around weight. He's gonna want to fight at that weight. So something like Canelo doing now. He's not doing it now, but eventually he'll be a lot more heavy. But I feel like a lot of these fights definitely are gonna show who's at that level. If Rolly can kind of pull out an upset over Cruz, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be the upset for Cruz, but he's gonna have to fight a lot of tough fights to dig his way out of that situation. Yeah, they do. Hey, it's so many guys. I was saying this yesterday though, Fonzo. It's so many guys at the weight class that it don't matter how many belts they have now. Like, somebody's gonna get beat. Like, even with the Cruz and Rolly fight, like, somebody's gonna have a tough fight. So can't really run anywhere right now. If anybody runs from a big fight right now, it's gonna be obvious. It's too many fighters now. That's why Canelo actually kind of jammed everything up as far as these other weight classes. You have a lot of guys that haven't moved up yet. Guys at 54, 60. A lot of stuff getting affected. You have a lot of guys at 40 that they didn't want to go to 47 because of Terrence Crawford. So a lot of these things are starting to come together now. So the one belt thing, it's not really that much of a big deal no more, because we really wanted one belt for heavyweight. That's the only weight class we really was looking at. Heavyweight, as long as they got that situation fixed, everything else is fixable. Mostly everybody just waiting on Tank to fight Haney, Canelo, Benavidez, and Terrence Crawford to fight Tszyu and Boots. Those are the fights everybody looking for. So I mean, you don't really need one belt to make those happen. Those can happen next if they wanted to. I just think right now they don't want to. I don't know. A lot of promoters thinking about Saudi Arabia right now. Honestly, it seems like nobody's trying to risk their big fighter right now in a big fight. From what I've seen, because what Go Good said, where is that? Because Terrence Crawford and Devin Haney, they're not really signed, so they can take tough fights right now and move around. But these other guys, they got matchmakers. You know what I'm saying? I got some news coming out soon, but they're talking about certain fights right now coming up. Like they got Shakur Stevenson next opponent coming out. I don't know, man. To be honest with you, I seen a list of opponents last year. This might have been July. This might have been before. No, this was after Charlo and Canelo fought. I seen a list of opponents for Shakur Stevenson. That was before they fought. I seen a list of opponents, and some of the guys you're looking at right now are the same guys. I think the list I seen had Michelle Rivera on there. He's at 40 right now, but there's a lot of guys on that list that Shakur is looking at right now. And that's an old list. But a lot of guys at 135 haven't fought except like one time last year. So he got a lot of options from a lot of people. We're gonna have to see, man. It's getting close. A lot of these fighters, they gotta prove themselves now. Man, if they don't prove themselves this year, it's definitely we're gonna see a couple of guys like become fighters to the point where they're just fighting younger guys because everybody can't be a top fighter. Everybody can't be a top fighter in the game. It's a lot of people trying to make comebacks. Even like with Chris Crawford getting knocked out last year with by Rayo. He trying to make a comeback. Rayo still trying to come back after 2 straight losses. One of them was controversial. He trying to get his rematch back with De Los Santos. So it's a lot of things going on. If De Los Santos get a loss, if Rayo can go in there and kind of surprise De Los Santos this summer, that's gonna cause a lot of trouble too. That definitely can cause a lot of trouble. But we're gonna see, man. Top Rank is definitely putting on some good fights tonight. I'm definitely gonna be on later though. When they have the fights come on later, I'm definitely gonna be on. Y'all gonna watch the fights tonight? I'm watching the zone fight too. I'm gonna definitely be back on and watch the fights. If y'all come back on, I'm definitely gonna be on. I'm gonna be on later though. I'm gonna try to start as early as I can though. Definitely gonna be some good fights. I got some more news to post, but I was just holding it off for now. But tomorrow's gonna be big, man. It's gonna be a lot of big fights on tomorrow. Tonight's gonna be good. I'm not gonna lie. For Friday fights, it's gonna be a very good card tonight. I know Raymond Murataya fighting tonight against Barbosa, the last opponent. If he can get a knockout against him, that'll be impressive. But I know a lot of people expecting him to call out Shakur Stevenson. He might call out Shakur Stevenson tonight, so hey, definitely might call out Shakur Stevenson tonight. I'm definitely gonna be on call for that one. Yeah, I'm gonna be on here back on here later on though. Cause I'm gonna do fights all day tonight and all day tomorrow night. If y'all wanna come on, I'm definitely be on here, man. I'm finna get off here in a minute. Y'all got anything y'all wanna ask me before I get off? Shout out to Go Good and Alfonso too. Glory, you still on here? Yeah, it's a lot of fights coming on tonight. A lot. It's a lot of fights coming on tonight. I can't wait to watch them too, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little excited about this. We just been only getting like 1 or 2 fights recently, but yeah, I'm excited about this. They gonna have fights Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So yeah, I'm definitely be locked in with this one. But yeah, I'm gonna be on later on though. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be on later on. I'm gonna try to be on early too, so y'all can catch me early. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be on though. Yeah, that's all I got though. Y'all can catch me later on here. Oh yeah, I knew that was happening. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. I just ain't want to say it. I just ain't want to say it. I knew that was coming. I think I said something about that last year. Um, around because when I realized didn't nobody say nothing about Anthony Joshua leaving, and then if you didn't notice it, Charlo wasn't working with Derrick James that much when he was working with Canelo. I said something about that, but everybody ain't really pick up on that. I only had like 100 subscribers. I had like 50 subscribers, probably 30 subscribers. But um, he haven't been working with him that much. But also the money issue. I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of times at PBC, the money issues been popping up a lot lately. Like with Rolly, did you hear about Rolly? Yeah, exactly. Facts. Did you hear about Rolly, coach? What he said? He didn't gave out more money than he actually didn't earn. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these guys not really paying their trainers the right way. They're not paying guys the right way. Then when something go wrong, they want to go train with somebody else. Then they feel like they're not saying that Spence doing this. I'm just saying that's how it goes sometimes. And even with Earl Spence, you know what I'm saying? Spence got a. If I'm Earl Spence, let me tell you how what's going on right now. If I'm Earl Spence, I'm saying this. You know what I'm saying? I done brought Derrick James in the game. It's all allegedly. Allegedly, I done made him a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? He been with me the whole way. Charlo done came over here. He done left his brother. Charlo done left his brother to come over here and train with us because I done gave Derrick James so much high praise. Charlo left his brother to come over here and train with us. Now Ryan Garcia over here, Frank Martin, I got him training. If I'm Derrick James, I'm like, if I'm Derrick James, it's real talk. And this is what goes on. This the problem for real. If I'm Derrick James, I'll know, okay, Earl Spence, he's the guy that got the relationship with all these fighters. So that's the reason why all of them coming over here working with me because he's putting out a good word for me. So Earl Spence bringing in more money than he bringing in more money for Derrick James. Did y'all hear Derrick James? Let me tell you something. When Derrick James sat up here and said last year, these the last crop of fighters I'm working with. When he said that last year, I was like, man, all right. Go back and look what he said that. These are the last crop of fighters I'm working with. I'm like, bro, why would somebody want to come work with some when your trainer trying to tell you to hang it up? Like your trainer basically saying he gonna retire. Your trainer basically retired. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want to pay him. Not with the behavior that's going on around all that. And I'm bringing you business. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I would look at it. I don't want to disrespect him, but yeah, you're supposed to pay Derrick James the way it's supposed to, but y'all got to think about it though. I know Derrick James will say, yeah, well, I helped Spence from the ground up, but who's really helped a promoter? Nobody helped the train out as much as Earl Spence, as far as build his training from the ground up with his expertise and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying, bro. You should have heard the video I did on that. You gotta step back and you gotta. I forgot what he said. I forgot what he said. It was the worst kind of thing. I can't even make fun of it. Make it. I heard some of the worst advice I ever heard in my life. When he says, that's the only reason I brought it up. The advice I heard Derrick James give. That's how I know everybody's a Derrick James and Spence fan. That's how I know that, because everybody don't want to bring that up. And it's nothing wrong with being a Derrick James and Earl Spence fan. It's something wrong with being a fanboy, like out of your mind, in a trance. You know what I'm saying? Like mind control. Because he was giving the worst advice I ever heard in my life. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua leaves him. Nobody says anything about it. Then dudes, and that was Bomac, dudes would be like, yeah, man, Anthony Joshua left Bomac. So, you know, the media and all these guys, they like to play favorites, man. Derrick James was never that guy like that. Dudes just like Spence. Charlo came over there. I was looking at Charlo. I was a fan of Charlo before they even went to Derrick James. As soon as Derrick James went over there, as soon as Charlo went over there, Derrick James, everybody said, oh, Derrick James, he the best, he the best. I'm like, oh my God, bro. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And tell me I'm lying. Here we go. Yeah, man. Talking about they ain't got no time. He don't even, bro, Derrick James don't even dress like he be in the gym like that. He don't even dress like he be in the, no, I ain't trying to disrespect him. I ain't trying to disrespect him. I'm just being 100, man. I done seen the trainers for real. If you see Robert Garcia, bro, he always in the gym. Robert Garcia is always in the gym. Always. Everybody knows this. Some of these YouTubers be in the gym longer than Derrick James. Tell me I'm lying. Yeah, man. Derrick James, man, he ain't on that level. Hey, shout out to Go Good, man. Appreciate that, Go Good. But yeah, let me finish explaining what I was explaining to Go Good, man. Go Good asked me that question. Oh yeah, you asked me about Rolly too. I'm gonna tell you about Rolly too, but Rolly is even more interesting though. Rolly is different from Spence because Spence been boxing for a long time. You know, Spence had his dad around and stuff like that. So Rolly had his dad around too, but Rolly, shout out to Go Good too, man. Rolly had his dad around too, man. But Rolly dad wasn't training like that. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like really invested to the point where he's invested. I'm not gonna disrespect the man, but not to the point where like how Spence was. You know what I'm saying? Spence, he had a little more control on his career from day one. Rolly had a little more help from his trainer. His trainer was buying him stuff. It wasn't like Rolly dad had cash out just blowing up. You know what I'm saying? Like he was buying him stuff. You know how coaches is on the road and stuff like that. So he was definitely helping them out. Shout out to PD, man. Yeah, he was definitely helping them out, man, on the road. But Rolly don't understand that what Bullet was doing was actually helping him out. But when he started to work with other guys, and I understand what Bullet's saying, like Bullet was basically trying to tell Rolly, like, hey, you got to master this stuff we trying to do now before you try to go work with other guys. Like some of these guys, they didn't master it enough. I probably say with Teofimo, he probably maxed out, but people know that Rolly need to get better. But people know that Rolly need to get better though. They definitely know that Rolly need to get better. But his coach left because like he just not gonna sit around and not. His coach not gonna sit around and have Rolly he not participating in training like he supposed to. He's not gonna entertain it. He got his own life. You know what I'm saying? These guys really, they could be training their own kids or something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest with you. You know, a lot of these trainers, they got their own kids and stuff like that. They could be training. That's one thing that goes on that people don't realize. These guys be training other people's kids. So that's the situation that Rolly's coach is in. But shout out to Go Good too, man. But yeah, his dad not really involved like that. Like with Earl Spence though, he's brought too much business to Derrick James for Derrick James to be acting like PD said. He got a little crazy, man. Talking to Bud crazy. We're talking to Terrence Crawford crazy. Before the fight. Just outrageous behavior. And you're a trainer. The way Earl Spence is looking at everything, though, he's kind of like, okay, I give him this percentage of the money, or I give him this flat fee. Boom, this. But guys is really sitting over there like, yeah, I need a percentage of this and this and this. Nah, man, come on, man. It's like it's too much at the end of the day. And my thing is, I never heard Spence had no problem like this. When Spence be getting paid all these other times, it was never an issue. That's the thing that kind of trips me out about everything. All the other times Spence was paying him, it was never an issue. So you wait until we get in the biggest fight of our career, and now it's a problem. And people say, hey man, and that's a lot of times why dudes don't like doing business together. That's why. And that's why a lot of guys don't like doing business together. It's crazy because Frank Martin went over there. He working with Derrick James. So Spence done brought Frank Martin and Charlo over there. This man Derrick James had Ryan Garcia, Anthony Joshua, Frank Martin, Spence, Charlo. He had all these guys. And he worrying about how much Spence made. I'm just putting it out there. If you get $500,000 a fight from each guy, I'm just throwing a number out there. I don't know how much it is. You doing pretty well. You know what I'm saying? Like each fight, and these guys fight 2 or 3 times a year. We know how much Anthony Joshua been fighting lately. See what Derrick James should have been focused on. Let me tell you, this is gonna be my next video. Well, this is not gonna be my next video, but I'm gonna put this out there in the video. Derrick James should have been focused on working with Anthony Joshua, doing the best thing he can with Anthony Joshua, because with Anthony Joshua just made $50 million. You worrying about what Earl Spence just made. You were just training Anthony Joshua. Why you wait till Anthony Joshua leave you and get the biggest payday he ever got? And you worried about Earl Spence payday when you could have been having Anthony Joshua payday and Earl Spence as far as a percentage. But you talking about, man, this is the last crop of fighters I got. When he said this the last crop of fighters I'm working with, I knew then the business is bad, or he really ain't trying to train like that. You know, dudes be wanting to train and stuff until you have to get on there. Then when you get the training, it go bad. Now with Derrick James, like, yeah, man, this is the last guys I'm working with. What kind of trainer say that? You supposed to be a top guy. You talking the last guys I'm working with. Oh, you ain't like that then. I thought you was at a high level. You talking about these the last guys you're working with? Oh, okay. So that kind of tripped me out. He talking about those the last guys he working with. When he said that, now Ryan Garcia, he the only person left behind. I guess Charlo leaving. Spence ain't around. You got Anthony Joshua gone. Man, after Anthony Joshua left, all them paydays he getting now, if I was Derrick James, I'd just be quiet, man. Because Earl Spence ain't got nothing to do with the Joshua situation. So you already cost yourself money with that. Should have been focused on that. Now you cost yourself money. Earl Spence, he actually helped you bring Joshua over there through his performance and what he been doing. Joshua get $50 million. You worry about what Earl Spence getting instead of trying to keep Joshua over there when he was really the guy who's bringing in all the money. Now he like, I'm just working. These my last Crawford fighters I'm working with. Man, get out of here, bro. You done then? It's a wrap. I knew he wasn't like that. Everybody thought Derrick James was like that. He ain't like that. I've been saying that. It is what it is. I'm not gonna rain on his parade. He ain't like that. Everybody he been getting in the ring with lately, or that's been getting in the ring with him, they been getting beat up or looking bad. I've been telling people all these years. They've been talking about how fat Bomac was. Oh, Bomac, Terrence Crawford trainer. He fat as I don't know what. He's fat. He out of shape. They ain't saying that no more, is he? See, winning. See, you know what winning do? Winning make people change everything. See, now they talking about Bomac like he 100 pounds. Winning changed everything now. Now Derrick James, he the guy they like, I don't know what he got going on. Last year he was the trainer of the year. But shout out to Go Good, man. I will be on here later on. I wanted to give that about give Go Good that little piece before I get off. Well, shout out to Go Good though for definitely contributing to the live. You gonna be on here later, Go Good? I'm gonna be on here later on. It's definitely gonna be live later on. I'm gonna be on here later on though. But yeah, I definitely got some news coming out later on. If it's not later on tonight, it'll be in probably 3 a.m., 2 a.m. or something like that. I don't know what time the fight come on. Let me see what time the fight come on right now. In 4 hours. I'll be on here in 4 hours. At 7 o'clock. I'll be on here at 7. Yeah, I'm gonna be back on here at 7 o'clock. Well, you know, it said 7. 4 hours. In 4 hours, I'll be back. Basically. I'm in Central Time right now. Yeah, they got this other fight coming on too. Let me go ahead and give y'all the link to this fight. Yeah, they got this other fight coming on tonight. Yeah, that fight's coming on. I'm also gonna watch this fight too. It come on the zone. Yeah, I'm gonna watch both of these fights. It's gonna be 2 fights on tomorrow, so we're gonna have to do the same thing tomorrow. Might as well do it tonight, right? We did it before. We definitely do an excellent job calling 2 fights at one time over here too. I don't know if everybody know it yet. Go Good, but yeah, but this fight supposed to be good too, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna be free anyway. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch the Valdez fight for sure though. That's gonna be the main fight I'm gonna be watching. But yeah, I gotta head out. I'm gonna be back later on though. Shout out to Go Good, PD. Shout out to PD, man. Alfonso. Shout out to Glory too. Oh yeah, for sure. It's gonna be a good fight. Oh, wait till we watch it. We're gonna watch it together. I'm gonna be back in a couple hours. Shout out to Go Good though. Appreciate it for shoot me that super chat, man. I'll holler at y'all later on.